Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, students? Hope you have done the previous work. That was about the functioning of the excretory system, what the kidneys do, and how the nephrons work. Now we will do the malfunctioning of the kidneys. Subject Biology, grade 8th, week 5, 4th May to 8th May 2020, Human Organ Systems. Resources, class 8th, book General Science, chapter 1, Human Organ Systems, pages 12 and 13. YouTube links, 3 links are given here. 2 links are about the kidney stone and third one is about the dialysis. Contents, objectives, methodology, recap of the previous lesson, brainstorming, introduction of topic, explanation, recap, and finally the assignment. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to, number 1, define the kidney stones. Number 2, describe the causes and treatments of kidney stones. Number 3, define renal failure. Number 4, explain the causes and treatments of renal failure. And 5th, draw and label the diagrams of dialysis. You will be able to do all that. Methodology, educational video, YouTube links are given. Flowchart, risk factors of kidney malfunctioning, diagrams of kidney stones and dialysis. Homework assignment, worksheet is given. Recap of the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we have done that the kidneys are essentially the regulatory organs which maintain the volume and composition of the body fluid by filtration of the blood and selective absorption or secretion of the filtered solute. The kidneys take their blood supply directly from the aorta via the renal arteries. Blood is returned to the inferior vena cava via the renal veins. That means we have done the functioning of the kidneys, functioning of the nephrons, that what they perform, how they remove the nitrogenous waste substances from the blood and how they form the urine in which the waste substances will be excreted out of the body. Now what will we do today, that when the kidneys are not working properly, definitely then the problem will arise. When the kidneys are not working properly, then what will happen? Whether the stones will be formed or kidney failure will happen, and what will we do for that? Okay, so today we will do that. Brainstorming, what are the major parts of the human excretory system? We have done the excretory system last time. So what are the main parts of that? The main parts, do you remember? Yes, these are kidneys, ureter, urinary bladder, urethra. Okay, and question number 2 is, what is the function of the kidney? You know that the function of the kidney is to remove the nitrogenous waste material, salts from the blood, and in this way they help us. And the third thing is, what will happen if the kidneys do not work efficiently? We have done that the function of the kidney is to filter the blood, right, to remove the nitrogenous substances from the body. But if the kidneys will not work properly, what will happen? These nitrogenous waste substances, they will not be excreted out properly. So what will happen? They will start what happening to those substances. We will do that today. Okay. Malfunctioning of the kidneys. Introduction. Kidneys, if the kidneys are not working properly, that means malfunctioning of the kidneys is there. So the stones will be formed. These stones can be inside the kidney, they can be at different regions in the renal pelvic, or they can be in the ureters, they can be in the urinary bladder. Anywhere these stones can be formed. So why they form and how we can get rid of those stones, we will see. Kidneys, kidneys have to take a lot of stones. Why? From where these stones will come, and how the kidneys can get rid of these stones. Before starting the lesson, we will just have a look on this, the incidence of the kidney diseases. Okay, 12% have stones in their lifetime. And 12% of the men will suffer from kidney stone by the age of 70. 5% of the women will suffer from kidney stone by the age of 70. 50% have recurrence within 5 to 10 years. Highest incidence of kidney stone is in 30 to 45 years of age group, and incidence declines after the age of 50 years, declining with the increasing age. Okay, and 7 to 10% of every 1000 hospital admission is of renal stones. This one is simply, you have just look at this, you don't have to learn these percentages. I have simply written here that you should know that what is happening and how this percentage is affecting the men and the women. We don't have to learn this, right? This is just for your information. We will start the topic now. Kidney stones. Kidney stone, calculate the stones are known as are hardened mineral deposits that form in the kidneys. They originate as microscopic particles, very minute, microscopic. They originate as such, right? And then what happens? They develop into stones over time. With the passage of the times, these microscopic particles accumulating, increasing their size, and then they develop into stones. The medical term for this condition is nephrolithiasis or renal stone disease. The kidneys filter waste products from the blood and add them to the urine that the kidneys produce. Okay, that is the function of the kidneys. We have done that they filter the waste products from the blood and then add them to the urine. When waste materials in the urine do not dissolve completely, what will happen? Normally, the kidneys are functioning this, that they are dissolving those substances, they are forming the urine, they are filtering the blood. But what will happen? The crystals and the kidney stones are likely to form when the kidneys are not functioning properly. Okay, so first thing is, when the kidneys are not functioning properly, then these crystals, these kidney stones, they will form. Small stones can cause some discomfort as they pass out of the body. Regardless of the size, stone may pass out of the kidney, become locked in the tube that carries urine from the kidney to the bladder, that is the ureter, right? And cause severe pain that begins in the lower back and radiates to the side or crown. A locked stone can block the flow of the urine, causing pressure to build in the affected ureters and kidney. Increased pressure results in stretching and span, which cause severe pain. Types of the kidney stone. So the first thing we have done, that if the kidneys are not working properly, then microscopic crystals, they keep on increasing and then the stones will be formed. Now the types of the stones, normally the maximum percentages of the stones formed by the calcium, right? So calcium oxalate or calcium phosphate, 80% of the stones are because of this. The main cause is the calcium in the amount of the calcium salts in the food. Then struvite and uric acid and cysteine. In your book, they have written that calcium salts will be accumulated and uric acid will be accumulated. Calcium salts, more calcium salts in the diet, and the uric acid, etc. For these two words, the word etc. is utilized. They have not given, it's only the 1% of this, and this one is, I have written here the names of all those. So you should know that these are only the 5 options for that. But you can write that the calcium salts and uric acid, etc. are there. These are the accumulation of these substances. Now look at the diagram. Look at these calcium stones, uric acid stones, and their formations, how they form. Risk factors. The main 2 risk factors are that the kidneys, causes of the stones in the kidneys are excessive calcium salts in the food and uric acid accumulation, that dietary intake. If in the dietary intake more calcium is there, more calcium salts are there, then they will accumulate. High mineral content in the drinking water, dehydration, family or personal history, dietary intake, being obese. Anything can happen from any cause can be of the kidney stones. All these are the causes, but mainly the excessive calcium salts in the food and the urine. Okay, removal of the stones. Small size stones, they can be removed through the urinary system by drinking more water. The easiest solution, that if we have very small stones, then by drinking a lot of water we can remove those stones. Second is the medium sized stone. They are removed by lithotripsy. So what the lithotripsy is? Lithotripsy involves the bombardment of shock waves on the stones from the outside. Look at this, shock waves, bombardment of these shock waves on the stones from outside. Shock waves break the stones into small pieces which are passed out of the body through urine. So that means these are the medium sized stones. They have to be broken down into smaller pieces. Then what will happen if they are if the smaller pieces are there, then they will be easily released out of the body through the urine. The third one is the large size stone. So the large size stones, they need surgery for their removal. So through the surgery we can remove these stones. So three types of stones again: the small size stone by drinking water, medium size stones by lithotripsy, and large size stone by surgery. Good. Then is the renal failure. Renal failure is the complete or partial failure of kidneys to work. The main causes of the renal failure are four main causes: long-term infection, diabetes mellitus, hypertension, sudden blockage of blood supply to kidneys. What the diabetes mellitus is, normally we know sugar, the word sugar for that. Diabetes mellitus is a disease in which sugar level increases in the blood, right? That can cause the renal failure later on. Hypertension, it's a state of high blood pressure in the body. Clear? So these are the four causes of renal failure. Okay, long-term infection, diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and sudden blockage of blood supply to the kidneys. These all are causing the renal failure. Then there are two treatments of the renal failure. The treatments of the renal failure are dialysis and kidney transplant. First treatment is the dialysis, and the last stage is the kidney transplant. Treatment of malfunctional kidney. First thing is the dialysis. Clearing of the blood by artificial methods is called dialysis. Now this one is the dialysis machine. Okay, it is done by a machine called dialyzer. The blood of the patient is passed through the dialyzer, which contains dialysis fluid. Now in this dialyzer, the fluid which is present, that is known as dialysis fluid. Okay, blood flows through the tubes of the dialyzer, and dialysis fluid flows around these tubes. You can see the tubes here, right? These are the tubes in which the blood is flowing. Look at this. These are the tubes, right? So in them the blood is flowing, and around them is the dialysis fluid. What will happen? The waste material, they will move from these tubes to the dialysis fluid. The simple process they have drawn here. The dialysis machine is there, dialyzer is there, which is having the dialysis fluid, and when the blood is moving through the tubes of the dialyzer, the waste substances, waste materials moved from the blood to the dialysis fluid, and the cleansed blood is returned to the body. Now look at the arrows. What is happening here? The blood is moving here, and cleansed blood is returning back to the body. Clear? Dialysis is clear. Then last one is the kidney transplant. This method is used at the last stage of kidney failure, when nothing can happen at that time, when the dialysis fails. At that time, the method is used at the last stage of kidney failure. In this method, a kidney donated by some healthy person is grafted in the body of the patient, right? The donor of the kidney may be blood relative or any other close relative, Now these are the diseased kidneys, and this one is the transplanted kidney. And body's own ureter no longer function, so transplanted ureter are here. In this way, the last stage is to cure the patient in this way that the kidney will be transplanted. Recap. So we have done first thing, the kidney stones, that when the kidneys are not working properly, nitrogenous waste substances they accumulate, and then starting from the microscopic to they keep on increasing in size, and then the stones will be formed. Types of these, they will be formed by the calcium stones, cystine stone, struoid, or uric acid stones. And there are three types: smaller and medium sized stone and large stones. Causes of them are basically the main cause which we have done, the excessive calcium salts in the food and the uric acid. Other are high mineral content in the drinking water, dehydration, family or personal history, dietary intake being waste. Kidney stones, the three types: smaller stones are removed by drinking a lot of water, medium sized stones they are removed by lithotripsy. We have done the lithotripsy, the treatment in which the shock waves are bombarded and the stones will be broken down to smaller pieces and released out of the body. The third one is the surgery. Larger stone, they can be removed through surgery. And then in the case of kidney failure, we have done two things. One is the causes and treatment, and the kidney failure is the complete or partial failure of the kidneys to work. And the causes are long-term infection, diabetes mellitus, hypertension, sudden blockage of blood supply to the kidneys. These are the four causes of the kidney failure. And in the treatment, we have done two things: dialysis and kidney transplant. In the dialysis, dialyzer is used, in which dialysis fluid is there and the blood moves in the pipes, and the waste substances they will be released into the dialysis fluid and the cleansed blood returned to the body. In the kidney transplant, we have done that this one is the last stage of kidney failure, in which the kidney is donated by someone and that will be attached with the body, grafted over there, and then the patient survives. So this one is all about kidney stones, kidney failure. That is the end of your chapter. Next week we will do the exercise of the this chapter. So up to this, is everything clear? I hope you have learnt everything. Love your kidneys. Thank you. Good luck and Allah Hafiz.